He has voices inside his head. Just watching him puts me to bed. It puts me to bed. When he walks down here on this ramp, his expression stays the same. Does his pose up in the corner? Can't think of anything more lame. All his tattoos are disgusting. All that oil on him is heinous. I guess you get to sit back and watch me beat this ignoramus. Hear voices. Silence!
Good morning, I'm back on the John Ant Show. John here.
This is Ant.
Rocky start to the week as we had no show yesterday, so we have Raw and SmackDown to cover, but SmackDown on another show. But Raw did happen Monday. Interesting Raw, I would say.
Nah, some parts were. There's a few gems in there, but overall the show was okay.
I DVR'd it. It's very nice to have DVR. I skip all the bullcrap. And first bullcrap we started with this Cena.
No, well, you gotta start off with this promo. You gotta put him in there. Open the show, and obviously he was there to close the show as well, but...
I continue to tell you he's a bully.
What did he do today?
Did you not see the thing with Vicky?
What did he do? What did he say again?
I think he said he put like some granny panties on a pole match, and no one wants to see him. That's being a bully, because Vicky didn't even say anything about it.
About granny panties?
Or something like that. It was ridiculous.
I wasn't even listening to this promo, to be honest. I was just zoning out.
Were you zoning out?
No.
Well, I don't blame you. It is Cena and Ryback and Vicky Guerrero.
This Cena Ryback thing has been pretty terrible.
I told everyone it's not going to be good.
I don't know why anyone thought it would be.
It's pretty much...
I mean, yeah, you have two powerhouses going up against each other, but I mean, after... Look, this shows you just how good CM Punk, and The Rock for that matter,
I know,
are on the mic. Everyone says, oh, The Rock's not as good as he used to be. Okay, well, he's still better than Ryback.
Yeah.
And he's still up there with CM Punk, because the fact of the matter is, his promos with CM Punk weren't bad. He was good with Cena. And just now you take away The Rock from this, you throw in Ryback, and you just it was stale from the get-go. At no point did this feud interesting. At all.
I wasn't in love with it. But,
like, you know that when you have a feud that you're looking forward to come up, you feel it. You're like, oh, I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with this.
Of course.
I never felt that with this.
Oh.
And I feel like the match might be... Well, I don't know if the match would be even worse,
but...
Cena
winning. Now it's a last man standing match. His Achilles heel.
No, I mean, will it be a watchable match? Because...
You know who's going to dominate most of the match.
No, Ryback.
No, it makes no sense. Once again, doing the stupid Super Cena thing, it's getting ridiculous now. Now they make it a last man standing match. Ooh. But
it means it's going to be a long
also,
match,
Cena did a terrible impression of Ryback.
He was doing Ultimate Warrior.
He was doing Ultimate Warrior?
He was doing Ultimate Warrior.
See, I wasn't thinking about that. I wasn't thinking of Ultimate Warrior.
Some parts sounded like Ryback. The snorting was more Ultimate Warrior-like. So. But there wasn't a terrible impression. It was just he was imitating two people.
Yeah, I know. He was trying to... Am I going to intimidate the Ultimate Warrior? Or am I going to do Ryback? What to do? They're the same person. Well, not really, but I do actually see a little Ryback as the Ultimate Warrior. Don't ask me why.
Right.
I guess it's just them being both powerhouses, and just add the face paint to Ryback. It's not much more of Goldberg as Ryback. It's more of the Ultimate Warrior as Ryback. Except the only thing he doesn't do is run to the ring. That's pretty much it. Next we get our first match, which is Orton versus Sandow.
This is where we got that amazing song from.
Yes.
And then he proceeded to lose to Randy Orton.
Unfortunately.
So, I mean...
I saw that coming a mile away.
Damon's had a lot of gems lately, as of late.
Yes,
one of the ones that I liked was obviously his the New Age Outlaws one.
That was a good one.
There's another one in between there that was pretty funny. I can't remember what it was, but now we have this with Randy Orton. The funny thing about this song is that it's all accurate.
Yeah.
They just basically buried the Randy Orton gimmick.
They did.
With that, I don't know if they knew it or not, and it just doesn't make any sense to take one of your top baby faces, because he is.
Oh, definitely.
And just completely bury the gimmick, because
I was
everything
laughing.
everything he said in that song is the truth.
True.
And whether you like Randy Orton or not, he basically described his gimmick in less than a minute.
Yeah, right.
That's how complex the character of Randy Orton is.
Wow.
He just has that same look on his face.
He does.
Unless he's doing the RKO or whatever.
Right.
And and the oil part and the tattoos was pretty funny.
It was.
That was.
All of it was good. Unfortunately, Orton did win. It was an okay match. Nothing great. After the match, though, we see the announcers talking, and then Michael Cole's like, "Oh my God, something happened on stage."
Oh yeah, he's like, wait, and I was laughing because he's just pointing at the stage. I'm like, wait, and he's pointing at the stage, and I'm thinking, what's that? Just show the damn stage.
Yeah, right.
Because it took a while for them to show the stage. And I see Randy Orton laying down.
Eat it, Randy.
And Big Show standing over him. Something like that.
We already know the Extreme Rules match. It's going to be Big Show versus Randy Orton.
Gosh.
Some type of stupid match.
Can there be a feud that's any more boring than this?
You've seen a Ryback.
I find Big Show Randy Orton even more boring.
Mark Henry Sheamus.
That's right up there. That's right up there. But at least Mark Henry and Sheamus talk.
I know.
You know?
Why?
But although
this is what I do.
this is what I do versus fella. That's what it is.
Next, we see Fandango.
Mm-hmm.
Is backstage with a new dancer, not Summer Rae.
No, not Summer Rae. This dancer was actually better than Summer Rae.
Yeah, definitely.
Summer Rae's not the best dancer.
No, she's not.
All of a sudden, when she came out, all of a sudden people were like, "Oh wow, Summer Rae." Well, okay, those are the people who know her from NXT. And I get it, but she obviously has trouble doing the split because she struggles when she does it.
Yeah, right.
But this dancer obviously is a real, more skilled ballroom dancer. I prefer that, actually. I don't understand why they had to throw Summer Rae in there too. She's there to wrestle. She's not there to be like a dancer or anything.
Oh, you're definitely right. She should wrestle.
And if they were gonna get Summer Rae off, what they should have done was have Fandango replace her after Jericho danced with her.
That is true.
It serves the storyline. It makes sense. Fandango wants nothing to do with her after she danced with Jericho. But no, even then, he came out with her the following SmackDown, I want to say. And it was like it didn't happen. So.
He jokes. Chris Jericho does come out. He jokes on Fandango and puts his panel of judges to judge Fandango's performance tonight. Jericho brings out his judges, and it's Tensai and Brodus Clay with Cameron and Naomi. Yay! Out next comes Fandango with a new dancer, not Summer Rae. Jericho takes his seat. Fandango rips Jericho for not winning Dancing with the Stars. Out comes Fandango against R-Truth. Now, I will give Chris Jericho credit, though. He was funny. He was giving him a 2, and then he wrote something on the, he wrote something down, and I'm like, what could you possibly be writing down? And it was 2, and under it, you could see it says, for promos, and I was like, oh my god, that's hilarious. He just broke the fourth wall.
But wait, this is the same thing that you can't stand when TNA does it. With the ribbing and all that stuff.
Well,
I thought this would upset you because that's something that you hate.
That is kind of funny though. I mean, he didn't really say it. He kind of wrote it, so
it's
people.
The same thing.
Well, you have to see it on TV. If you were there live, you couldn't see it.
It's on the Titantron.
What are people looking at the Titantron of the ring?
We were looking at the Titantron the whole time we were at Mania.
We had no choice.
And there's a lot of people who don't have the seats who still want to see what's on Jericho's sign because they see him lifting the sign. They're gonna see it.
TNA and WWE. WWE doesn't do it that much. They'll pull it out of their butts a couple of times.
I don't know. I've heard CM Punk say Tucker a lot. I've heard him say promo where I cut the best promos.
Yes.
Pipe bomb is a word that's supposed to be used by the fans, but he uses it all the time.
Yep.
So does Paul Heyman. I mean, I think they basically use it at about the same amount, but.
I was creative. I didn't realize Chris Jericho would go that far. I was just like, you're awesome, because it was a terrible promo, from Fandango. He just said something to Jericho, and that was it.
Yeah, it wasn't. That's what was the. It's just supposed to be a talk. Like, if anything, that should. I also figured that would upset you because he's taking that because Fandango's not trying to quote cut a promo in like kayfabe world. He's just trying to tell him something.
Yeah, I know.
So I mean.
So R-Truth and Fandango does happen. Fandango strikes with kicks, and beats Truth around. Then Truth makes a comeback and drops Fandango on his face. Truth nails the scissors kick, and Fandango goes out of the ring, and that's it.
Okay.
Winner by count out, R-Truth. Yeah, I mean, I guess the judging was okay, but the match lasted like 5 seconds.
This was Fandango and who? Zack Ryder? R-Truth. Okay. Well.
Zack Ryder, what?
I don't know. Like I said, that's how interested I was.
We're getting to my favorite part later about him. They continue to hype Lesnar's crap that happened at WWE headquarters.
Okay.
We see Ryback defeating Daniel Bryan on SmackDown. We also see the Shield attacking Daniel Bryan later that night. Josh Matthews is backstage with Bryan. Bryan challenges Ryback to a rematch on SmackDown and wants to prove that the Shield claims of justice are phony. Ryback appears and says no to Bryan's challenge. Ryback says Bryan is half of the man he is. Kane appears and gets in Ryback's face, and they will meet tonight. Yay! Stupid generic. Stupid just everything. God, my family's loud. Next we get Del Rio versus Ziggler. This match was good, except there was a lot of botching.
Yeah, this wasn't, like I said, it was a good paced match. It was, definitely, it was definitely watchable, but the botches were noticeable. One that I saw was, I don't know if Del Rio was supposed to kick Ziggler off of the top rope.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking that.
And
the one that came to mind.
Yeah, and obviously Del Rio, the look on Del Rio's face was like he was pretty annoyed that I guess he didn't get it. But I mean, he was able to save it by throwing like somewhat of a punch.
Yeah, right.
I mean, at least he was able to do that. You do what you can in those situations. And I thought Ziggler was pretty high up anyway. I was surprised that he even tried it.
Yeah, right.
But again, it didn't really hurt the match too much.
No.
It was a pretty impressive superplex during the match.
It was. I said it was a good match. Just there's a couple of flaws in the match. So.
Yeah. And then Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger coming out, I think was good for the match.
Yes. Oh, definitely. It kind of caught me off guard.
It did.
But Del Rio did control most of the match. I was like, what the heck's going on? This is ridiculous.
He
Why
did.
is Del Rio just controlling the whole match?
Yeah, Del Rio did control most of the match. And then we had... So yeah, we did have Zeb Coulter and a bit of commentary.
Yes.
But not much. We had, at one point, Del Rio had the cross arm breaker on Dolph Ziggler.
Yes, he did.
Biggie Langston pulled him towards the ropes.
We call Biggie Langston Biggie Butt Cheeks on this show. Because I swear to God, you see more of his butt cheeks every single week. It's getting annoying, WWE. What the hell? I mean, on NXT they don't do this, but on WWE they just show his butt cheeks far and wide. But on NXT he's a little bit longer. The pant, like, I don't know what it is, but it's not that like the tights or whatever he wears. I guess what do you want to call it? I don't know what it's called. The onesie or the twosie?
It's I think it's called the singlet.
Okay, the singlet, but you know how it's double? You have the double straps. Like, it's a little bit longer. Like, how you see, like, they're shorter? It's, like, longer for some odd reason. On NXT. Maybe NXT is, like, really PG. I'm starting to wonder. But, Del Rio wins by DQ. After the match, Swagger goes nuts and goes crazy and hits everyone with a ladder.
Yeah, he took out Biggie Langston.
I loved it. I was like, eat it, Ziggler, eat it, Del Rio, eat it. Who else did he eat it to?
Langston.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what's his
Ricardo?
name? Thank you.
So yeah, Jack Swagger went insane on everyone, and it was awesome to see. It's moments like these that remind you how big a guy Jack Swagger is, and how agile he is, and it was impressive. I did enjoy this attack on both of them. I do like them building Jack Swagger because again he took out like all the competition.
He did with one ladder.
They did note on commentary that Ziggler has the advantage going into Money in the Bank.
He does.
Because he does have two valets, and one of them is a very strong guy.
Yep.
Not like the other two who have these comical small guys walking them to the ring. You know?
100% correct.
So, good on their part to actually mention that.
Next, like I said, match was good, but a little bit of botching thrown in. Next, we get the new partnership with WWE, with Yahoo, yay. We got the stupid Caitlyn and her text messaging and her,
I choose you.
This
is a Simpsons reference. Apparently, the anonymous, what's it called?
Secret Admirer.
Secret Admirer is apparently knows about Caitlyn's love for The Simpsons.
I guess so.
This fell flat because I guess not many people in the audience watch The Simpsons anymore.
It did.
But I actually didn't get it until I looked up the I choose you card, the Valentine's Day card, and I got it actually. I do remember seeing this episode years and years and years ago, and it's a smart reference. But I think
that's why no one got it because it's from a later Simpsons episode.
Yeah, and you know, like with their mindset, you know, they don't really think of. Even I had to think about. I had to think real hard. Well, what is this a reference to? Or is she saying The Simpsons? Which one? Okay.
Obviously, Naomi and Cameron whoosh, right over their heads. Yeah. I don't think they watch The Simpsons. I don't mind whoosh.
Probably not.
You could just whoosh right over their heads. Then Natalia walks up.
Oh gosh, this was amazing.
Oh my god, this is so stupid. How come it's everything you hate, you love, I hate? I hated this.
This was amazing.
It was horrible.
Kali is such a pimp. He knows what he's doing with the ladies.
Does he?
He does.
I couldn't understand one word of English.
Well, that's your problem. Now I know how to pick up the ladies.
Oh yeah.
Without a doubt, flawlessly. Kali, I love you. I think it's a shame that a lot of people didn't understand Kali.
Ridiculous.
Because I believe that. Maybe Kali just gave everyone advice on how to get out of friend zone status.
That's what he sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
And you like that?
I understood what he was talking about.
You're ridiculous. Next, we got the Shield versus Jobber Kofi and the Usos.
This
great way to treat your U.S. champion.
See, I love this.
Against the Shield.
I love this because look at the past teams that the Shield's beaten. They include John Cena, Ryback, Sheamus, Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, Kane, Daniel Bryan, The Undertaker.
Oh,
and none of those teams could do it. But tonight, the Usos and Kofi Kingston are going to defeat the Shield.
Yeah, right. Kofi ate it.
They all ate it. This was total.
They all ate it.
Thank
you, Shield, once again, for destroying Kofi Kingston and the Usos. Appreciate it. Justice will be served to Kofi Kingston for what he's done to Cesaro.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say. And really, that's how you treat a U.S. champion. Put him in a freaking six-way tag team match. And
I guess he was the leader of that team. At this point, they're just stringing teams together.
I know.
They have no. They're just putting.
Let's see. I'm creative. Let's see what we're gonna do. We have the Usos.
That in and of itself is monumental because they actually used the Usos on
Let's look
Monday
at the
Night
jobber
Raw.
board, shall we? Kofi Kingston, our U.S. champion.
And I'm just the Usos. Seeing the Usos on something other than main event was.
Oh, it was nice. I mean, it was once again okay match, nothing
strange.
great. But just to see Kofi in there was totally out of place. I mean, like I said, I was just creative for you. No, not him, not Zack Ryder.
But
not
they've
Kurt
been doing
Hawkins.
that for a while now, though. Like when they'll just take a tag team, put them in there, and just
Kofi Kingston.
And even that, it's just like stringing together three people.
Of course.
What was the one team that faced 3MB? It was Santino Marella,
Oh my.
Zack Ryder, and Justin Gabriel. Was it?
R-Truth.
R-Truth.
Is R-Truth or Santino
Oh,
Marella?
really? What did they do? Did they pick names out of the hat for these matches?
I'm telling you, it's just what I'm doing. They have a board of jobbers, and it's just Zack Ryder, Santino Marella, Kurt Hawkins. That's exactly how they do it.
Right.
I mean, come on, wow! How do you put up against the Usos and Kofi Kingston versus the Shield? Come on, we know who's gonna win. At least put up a legit matchups. You know, this wasn't legit. This was the Shield winning by a clear mile. They don't even stand a chance.
Right.
Next, we get Zack Ryder versus Antonio Cesaro.
Oh goodness! First of all, whenever I hear the Zack Ryder music, it's funny how you know exactly who's going to win the match.
Yep.
Whoever else is the match.
I was a very happy boy. That's all I know.
Now,
Zack Ryder.
did they show anything concerning Cesaro earlier in the night?
No, they did not.
No, video packages or.
No, they did
mentions from
show that
announcers?
him going back to main event and ripping the dreads out of Kofi Kingston. I keep watching that and I keep laughing. Eat it, Kofi. And now you.
Oh, they did show it.
Yes, they did.
That's what I was asking. I was wondering if they did.
You made Cesaro a new man. Kofi, beware. That's all I have to say. Beware of Cesaro. He is a changed man. No more yodeling. No more this. No more that. He is serious. He whooped Zack Ryder's ass. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
That I swear to God, that European uppercut is so amazing.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, it's just
It's
a
just-
normal
it-
move,
it's-
but
It's supposed to be a normal move, but he's perfected it.
I know it's so cool. But okay, short match. Cesaro actually he never asked for the mic and spoke in the ring. And of course, I think he listens to our show as well because he said it. He wrestles on Saturday Morning Slam, Superstars, SmackDown, Main Event, and Raw.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much said, Raw. He said, Cesaro says that there's nobody in WWE on NXT, Saturday Morning Slam, on Superstars, SmackDown, Main Event, or Raw that can hold a candle to what he does in the ring. He's 100% correct. I'm starting to wonder if he chose my words of wisdom, as I called him the best in the world, and I'm liking this. This is awesome. This is what I want to see. So maybe this is a new light at the end of the tunnel for Cesaro. Next, we get to probably the best segment of the night. Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar at WWE headquarters. I swear to you, this was just amazing. I mean, not Brock's standpoint, but Paul Heyman's just pawns at everything.
So this is what they meant when they said that Brock Lesnar was going to be on Raw.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You see why that's misleading?
So yes, it was. So they start right in. They walk in and they see the Sheamus. They look at the Sheamus poster, and the first thing Paul Heyman.
Sheamus poster.
Oh look, Sheamus. You know where's Brock Lesnar? How come Brock Lesnar doesn't have a poster? And then he goes to Andre the Giant's hands. He's like, he's been dead for 150 years. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. So they go to the girl that's sitting there.
Yeah, the receptionist.
And we have a meeting, and they just keep walking, and he emailed me it, and they all go all the way up to the 4th floor, but not to the point where they're in the elevator, and there's one guy just there, and Brock Lesnar's just looking at him, and looking at him.
That was hysterical.
And looking at him. And the guy's like, just walks off, and Paul Heyman's like, did we say something? I mean... So they keep going, they get to the 4th floor, and he's just on and on with the pawns and stuff. I thought this was a happy company to work for.
I
don't know you guys.
This is one of my favorite segments.
And once he gets into Triple H's office, the first thing he says is, "Oh, you're cuter than Stephanie.
You're much
McMahon."
prettier than Stephanie.
Just instant jokes. I loved it. And then the one guy just, "Oh, you're not allowed to go in there. Are you stupid? Why would you open your mouth? You have Brock Lesnar, a guy who could break you in half. I would just go in. You're welcome to." No, like an idiot, he says something, and Brock Lesnar pie-faced him.
That was... I love pie faces. They always put a smile on the face.
Yes, they do. And pretty much told that guy to eat it. He ate that table. So they get in, and Brock Lesnar walks around, picks up the World Heavyweight title. Paul Heyman's like, "You'll never be the World Heavyweight Champion, Brock, because Triple H won't allow it."
Right.
And he makes more, he doesn't have a picture of you on the wall. Just more. And I like just how he picked up his, sat back with the belt, picked up his feet, and just with his feet. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. So he's got the title, he's being Brock, CEO of the company, or whatever Triple H is called these days.
The COO.
The COO.
That's what it is. Chief Operating Officer.
Yeah, whatever. So the phone rings as Paul Heyman does a bring bring, and Brock Lesnar picks up the phone and throws it. Then breaks the laptop. That looked like a very expensive laptop he broke.
It did.
One of those touchscreen type of deals with a keyboard and stuff.
Right.
So, and then he breaks the keyboard from the computer and punches the screen with a one-punch knockout. And Brock Lesnar gets up, puts the title down, goes to the sledgehammer, and goes completely AWOL.
He destroyed that office.
He destroyed
the
office. Yeah, any comments from that, Ant-Man?
I enjoyed every moment of this.
I did.
I enjoyed the way that keyboard, where I just snapped it in half.
Oh my god. Can he do this to,
I enjoyed...
computers? I'm starting to wonder.
I liked what he did with... laptops aren't very strong anyway, so, I mean, he could. The sledgehammer on the belt, it was funny how the belt looked after.
Oh my god.
And then I really enjoyed how when he threw... What did he throw? The TV at the WWE logo, how one of the W's fell off.
Yeah, and actually, you know what was funny? That's how the W is supposed to look for the network.
Uh-huh.
It was kind of fun, but they also teased, when Brock was going through the halls, they teased a thing with The Rock.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's gonna happen.
They showed the picture of The Rock, was a close a zoom in on it. So, yeah, I do see it coming too.
So, a nice tease there. That's the first thing I said once I saw it. But all in all, very good stuff from Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. Loved every minute of it. I do want more. Then Triple H comes out, cuts his generic face promo. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, his face promos are awful. I've gotten to the point where...
I have 2 offices. I'm in my office now. It's in the ring. And a lot of people are in my office as we speak. But, that's that. I was actually more of John Laurinaitis. I was talking there for a second there. Didn't mean to go there. But, yeah, just very, very terrible by Triple H. I really hate when he talks and really hates when he does a promo. I mean, not saying his promos are bad, it's just, now it's generic, And he says, oh, he's done this stuff before. And he brings up DX, He was in the Attitude Era. I'm like, really? You have to bring that up? Why?
Well, I mean,
why?
He has to.
Next,
that's his one saving grace, that
he
was in the Attitude Era.
Next, we got the Bella Twins and AJ Lee versus Cameron Naomi and Caitlyn.
There we go. What I've been waiting for the whole night.
I still like, they keep saying, oh, can you tell the Bella Twins apart? I mean, enough now. I get it. You can.
No.
It's very simple.
We get it. They're twins. Enough.
We get it. They're twins enough.
Yeah, I mean it's that simple. They keep every time.
Ain't there something bigger than the other on the twin?
Well, they don't. They hardly ever mention that though. They always just say, can you tell them apart or whatever. Obviously, we know what they're referring to. It's funny, but I mean, again,
enough is
every
enough.
week. Every week, you don't have to do it every week.
By the way, it was Owen Hart's birthday, I think, yesterday. So happy birthday to the heavens above for Owen Hart.
Happy birthday.
Greatly missed. Unfortunately, like I said, unfortunately, what happened in 1999. He'd be 48 today.
Yeah.
So I think he'd still be. I think he'd be retired, but he'd still be.
Oh yeah, he'd definitely be.
He'd be retired. So maybe. I mean, I think he could have wrestled.
No, but I think the Hart family knows when to hang it up. You know
Of
what
course.
I mean? I just
The
feel like.
Brett had to retire because of that stupid kick to Goldberg. Thanks,
Right.
Goldberg.
But I feel like just him alone, I feel like he wouldn't have wanted to wrestle all the way into his late 40s.
No, that's a good point.
I feel like that's. Like, they have more respect for the business. I'm sorry, but when a wrestler keeps going at it to the point where they're too old and it's ridiculous, I feel that's not necessarily disrespectful to the business, but you're not helping the business. You're not helping the business by sticking around and just doing something just because you need to pay your alimony.
Oh, I know.
Like
one person we know.
Yeah, who's paying alimony to like 4 or 5 different wives. Or
I know,
whatever.
it's ridiculous.
And it's ridiculous. I don't, because nobody's gonna buy it.
I know.
I at some point I can understand seeing Ric Flair. Even the last time I could take him seriously as a wrestler was when he was with Evolution, because whenever he was out there, yeah, everybody was in better shape than him, but he still had Evolution behind him.
Oh, definitely.
And that's what really, that's why I was still able to be convinced, okay, yeah, he could still win matches because he's not only cheating, these guys are helping him out.
No, you're right.
Okay, so that makes sense. But when he goes face and he's winning one-on-one matches with guys half his age,
I know. It's ridiculous.
Absolutely
it's ridiculous. But it's whatever. That's Ric Flair for you. Divas match. Not too much to talk about.
Not too much, yeah. We had, it started off with Caitlyn versus, AJ Lee versus Cameron.
Yep.
I cannot stand Cameron in the ring.
I know.
I cannot stand her in the ring. I can't stand her doing anything physical because she lets out these screams.
Except she was the nice one when I met her at Access.
And that's the funny part. She lets out these screams that are just so god awful annoying. Like everything.
I know.
Somebody grabs her hair. She screams more than Melina did.
I know. Melina screamed a lot. It was like she's getting raped.
And this one's even worse.
No, it is. It's very ridiculous.
And that was it's gotten to the point where I'm like, let her make the tag already.
Yeah,
just let her tag somebody in. AJ Lee dominated Cameron. Cameron tagged out and went to I believe she tagged in Caitlyn.
Yeah.
So now we have a one-on-one bit between AJ Lee and Caitlyn. And AJ doesn't do much. She just slaps the taste out of Caitlyn's mouth.
That's it.
Tries to tag one of the Bella twins in, and they're not having that.
Nope, they both leave. Wow, some tag team.
So AJ Lee turns around, gets speared, and
Match over.
Caitlyn wins the match.
But see, this is my problem, though. If you're the Bella twins, this is a loss on your record, by the way. I wouldn't be happy. Because, to me, that's a step down in the Divas division. Because you just lost, technically.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you weren't pinned or anything, but you were technically on that lost team. So that's a step down. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying, yeah.
So, Bella Twins, sorry, but you wouldn't be getting a shot anytime soon since you just walked out on your partner.
Well, they weren't getting a shot anyway because they've lost the past 2 weeks.
And now it's...
Well, past 3 weeks or something, because they had one match revoked because they were caught cheating. Then they had another one taken away from them because of Cameron's whining.
Yep.
And this time,
Should we call the ambulance for her?
Who, for Cameron?
Yeah.
They might as well have. No, but it's okay because the Bella Twins knocked the crap out of her last week. So.
Oh, God. All right. So, Caitlyn and Cameron and Naomi win. We see Mark Henry walking backstage, and he's not a happy boy. Next, we have another anti-bullying video.
Mm-hmm.
From P. Diddy. Out of all people.
This I totally just zoned out. I was watching this with someone, and I said, you know what? I really like how no one cared about bullying when I was a kid.
I know.
What about the kids who had to grow up in the 90s with bullying?
I know.
Nothing. And a lot of these celebrities were around then.
I know.
Where were they?
That's true.
Where were they when my friends were getting bullied? All of a sudden it's the popular thing and everyone gives a crap about bullying.
Be a star. Be a star.
It's a load of garbage. And you know what? These people need to get it through their thick heads. Bullying's here to stay. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know, I dealt with it as a kid. Well, you know, I wasn't necessarily bullied.
If you're a bully and you're like 10 years old, you're gonna go to jail. You're gonna go to bully jail.
That's the problem, though. I mean, because there is no cutoff point, and you have these ridiculous celebrities, and even the president, considering how do you make bullying illegal? Well, you can't.
You can't.
It's impossible to make bullying. Because bullying doesn't just take place at schools. You'd have to do it in the workplace. You'd have to do it everywhere else. I mean,
you got it.
I mean, you can't just arrest somebody for bullying. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It really
what'd you get arrested for? Picking on a person. I don't get it.
I know. And I tell you that some of the strongest people I know have been bullied in their past.
Of course.
It helps you get ready for the real world, because that's something from the real world. Bullying is I don't know, but I don't want to say epidemic, but it's just something that's going to stay around no matter what you do. No matter. It's funny because Be a Star is, well, how can I put this? Is affiliated with GLAAD, and one could say that GLAAD is a group of bullies because whenever somebody happens to say, you know, let's say let an anti-gay slip come out or something, they bully that person into reporting an apology, a public apology.
That's so stupid.
They did it to Kobe Bryant.
I know.
And all of a sudden, Kobe Bryant cares about anti-gay or whatever.
I wonder how much they gave him. I wonder how much.
Oh, he's getting a nice fat paycheck
I know.
out of that.
It's ridiculous.
And my favorite though is the rappers.
Oh, of course.
My favorite is rappers because all of those times they do these rap songs which have the words, these anti-gay slurs and everything, and all of a sudden they came out in support of gay marriage.
Of course.
Give me a break.
Maybe we should disrespect GLAAD and maybe we'll get a big fat paycheck from them.
Yeah, really. Screw off, GLAAD.
Alright, Ant-Man. Oof. Ant-Man's on fire today.
It's just a little screw off, that's all it is.
No, it is. It's, you know, but this night gets better because Mark Henry comes out, Sheamus comes out, it's blah 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 and more blah 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 and blah 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 and Sheamus saying fella. I'm not sure if he said fella, but I'm just pretty much cutting this short. And Mark Henry saying this is what I do. Mark Henry gets on commentary and completely owns Michael Cole. I could not stop laughing.
Shut up! I just remember him yelling, "Shut up!" Oh my god, this is hysterical. This is hysterical.
The first time, I'm not a fan of Mark Henry, but for the first time in God knows how long.
Shut up!
Shut up! Just shut up!
This is hysterical.
And Michael Cole would not shut up.
This is amazing.
I swear, oh my god, I loved it. I loved this whole thing with Mark Henry on commentary.
We gotta have this start a show off one day. Absolutely, this is amazing.
Oh, Mark Henry, I was not a fan of you. I'm still not, but if you're on commentary more and tell Michael Cole to shut up more, I might be a fan, but man, that was funny. That was some funny stuff from Mark Henry. Shut up! I'm gonna beat it out. It would have been kind of like, you saw Michael Cole stand up at one point. I was like, is he going away?
I did. I saw Michael Cole stand up.
Is he going away finally? But Mark Henry did throw the headset. Next we got Sheamus and Wade Barrett was going on at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Sheamus throws Wade Barrett into Mark Henry. And
no, didn't he fake throw him?
Oh yeah, that's right. He faked throw him. Sorry.
He faked out a throw. He motioned that he was going to throw Wade Barrett into Mark Henry, and Mark Henry went down, like expecting it. He went down, and everyone laughed at Mark Henry.
So this gets Mark Henry very angry, and beats the living hell out of him with a freaking belt.
Yeah, a belt that he took off one of the security personnel. The way he took it off, well, I don't want to get into that, but or else GLAAD will be all over me.
Yeah, I know.
But
don't say it. No, wait. Say it. We might get paid.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he took off the guy's belt, and he went and he just started wailing away on Sheamus.
Those and people say, "Oh, that's fake. That's all fake."
It reminds me of the old days where Hogan used to take off his belt,
yeah,
and smack people around with it. Yeah, Mark Henry's going all out.
The aftermath of Sheamus' back. Oh my God, that was not fake. That was 100% real. You cannot fake welts unless they're very good at designing it. But those look real, and if they are real, oh my god. I mean, I've gotten hit, and it's left a mark, but oh my god, like I see that and I cringe. It's a it's not like a burn or anything. It's just those are
No, these are actual like these are actual marks from people. Yeah. I mean, again, they say that one of the other techniques is well, no, this is, I believe Sheamus is a tough guy.
He is,
and I believe he might have volunteered and said, I can do this, And Mark Henry obviously is a very strong guy, so it's not hard to get marks to show on Sheamus.
Yep.
If you're that white, marks are gonna show up easily. You bruise easier and all that stuff. Speaking of bruises, I don't know if you noticed, Sheamus's eye was kind of green. Maybe it was HD or whatever, but it seemed like he had some makeup maybe covering up a bruise around his eye or something.
That's true.
It was like a greenish tint to it. I couldn't stop looking at it. But, yeah. No, overall, this was... I wasn't... This feud, the way it started, with them just randomly attacking each other.
Yeah, right? So stupid. Well,
they actually showed all of them, too.
They did. It was ridiculous.
And,
ridiculous.
It hasn't been the best feud, but I did enjoy this thing here.
Yeah,
with the strap and everything. It gave Mark Henry the upper hand. And I guess strap match.
Yeah, most likely it's gonna happen. Next we get to the main event, Kane versus Ryback. Ryback wins. That's enough said. And I'll quickly sum this up real quick. Cena music hits, Shield comes out. Shield goes out to attack, but Ryback makes a save with a chair. Bryan leaps out onto Reigns. Cena goes out with Rollins, but Ryback nails Cena with a chair. Ryback sends over Cena and yells Ryback rules, and that's it.
This whole Ryback rules, I don't like.
Ryback rules!
So stupid. It reminds me of just... it reminds me of middle school talk.
Yeah, right.
I rule! I don't know, it's stupid. It's so stupid.
Ryback rules.
And the fact that Ryback is the premier heel is... it's sad.
I'm starting to hate Ryback with passion.
I don't hate him. It's just as a heel, I can't buy him as a heel.
He sucks as a heel. Oh my god, he sucks as a heel. I know, like Mark Henry's a good heel. Big Show's a good heel. Ryback sucks as a heel. He sucks. Let me tell you once again, he sucks. He sucks. He sucks. He sucks as a heel. Banned by WWE, and it's going to be all downhill for him. I hope he gets buried. I really hope he does. Go Cena. Super Cena. Cena. Are you in like total shock?
No, I'm not in shock. It's about time. You got to join the C Nation.
Yes. Join the C Nation. Blow me Ryback. Can't stand you anymore.
Well, the sad thing is that if he it's weird because I would figure that he would work as that.
He's so terrible. He's terrible. Like, okay, like the first couple of things were good, but now it's just like the past 2 weeks it's just been him rambling and rambling. Ryback rules. Ryback rules. I mean, what am I getting from that? Okay, you rule. Next. I'm hoping you get buried 7 feet under. And Rob Brigutte's buying that T-shirt because it's gonna be the end of Ryback.
They just gotta get they just gotta get him back into the face territory. Because in terms of heel, I'm not buying it.
No, I'm not buying it either.
Maybe if he never talked.
I know that's the
if
problem.
He was the strong silent type, I could get it. But just his mannerisms, it's tough to buy as a heel because he's so I don't know.
He less sucks. That ended Raw. Like I said, not much to say about this Raw. Only the good moments were Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, and Mark Henry on commentary. Match-wise, Ziggler and Del Rio, Cesaro. I mean, it was a quick match, but Cesaro's promo after was good. Other than that, it was just a really okay Raw. Nothing great to say. Randy Orton Sandow was okay. a lot of just okay matches. You know, though I would say good was Del Rio and Ziggler, but that's not shocking. You know, a little botch here or there, but you know, what can you do? You can't be perfect all the time.
Right.
So that ended Raw, and you know, that was basically it.
Right.
Just really quick news. Let's see, what do we got? We do have Adrian Neville works a dark match.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian Neville defeated Kurt Hawkins.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Kurt Hawkins.
There he is.
Now we know where he is.
Now we know where he is. We do have Dean Ambrose in singles action on SmackDown, and everyone gets the dream match we wanted to see: Dean Ambrose versus Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
That the Smarks in the Smark world, I think they just they exploded, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So everyone gets to see the match we all want to see. We do have some ROH stars possibly going to WWE, as in Mike Bennett. Maybe headed to WWE soon, but believe from the Ring of Honor side that he's going to be sticking around their company for a while before going anywhere. There's some talk that WWE may be interested in Mark and Jay Briscoe. Okay, we've heard this rumor before with Mark and Jay Briscoe. Can you see them in WWE? And you've seen Mark and Jay Briscoe.
Mark and Jay Briscoe. Yeah.
The Briscoe brothers. You've seen them, I've seen them. Do you think they can go to WWE?
Well, their names are there. WWE does tend to give more opportunity to those with bigger names.
They do?
Yeah. They at least give them a shot. I don't know if they would be able to capitalize, though.
Next, we get Scott Hall praises Triple H. His role as a WWE executive. Scott Hall does not like, if he was in the business, or like that part of the business, he would actually want to do creative process.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he'd be better creative than the crap we have now. Scott Hall, creative. I agree. But he definitely wouldn't like sitting in meetings and doing all the contracts and merchandising and licensing. He said hell no. But so far he's in pretty good shape. Hopefully he keeps staying away from drinking and drugs, and he'll be on his merry way. Next, we get a Sin Cara return revealed.
Oh boy.
Are you ready?
When is the reveal?
Finally, I was given the all clear to go back to wrestling. Next week, my comeback to the WWE. I guess next Monday. That's all he said. He didn't give out a date or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I know, great Sin Cara, I know. We do have the Best of Madison Square Garden DVD coming out.
Mm.
That's gonna be August 27th. We'll be on 3-disc DVD and a 2-disc Blu-ray DVD August 27th. Looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's on Netflix. WWE wants The Undertaker to wrestle at SummerSlam.
Alright.
Word is that this week WWE officials want to do Kane and The Undertaker versus Shield at SummerSlam. The match would largely depend on whether or not Taker wants to wrestle that soon. No word yet if Daniel Bryan would be included in the match. I would say you have to include him because, come on.
Right.
He was also attacked with Kane. So why, unless they split Daniel Bryan and they're doing something else with him, but keep it till SummerSlam at least. If you're going to break them up, make the breakup after SummerSlam. But let the Shield beat Undertaker, Kane, and Daniel Bryan. Keep putting the Shield over.
Right.
It's
the right. Yeah. It's at this point it's working so far. But again, they gotta get some new depth to this because, don't get me wrong, Shield winning is great.
Of course.
But them constantly win. So far, all they do is win, attack, win, attack, win, attack.
I know.
Sometimes they get fended off. I get it. Okay, that's fine. But they got to get something going here.
Yeah. Hopefully it's...
And you have a pay-per-view, so...
Miz did not return on Monday Night Raw. But we'll be back next week.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, Ant-Man.
It's been a nice run.
It has been a nice run. Maybe WWE will get it when he comes out to no reaction. Hopefully he does. Doesn't. Backstage news on Cesaro. Regarding, we noted last week how that Antonio Cesaro versus Kofi Kingston match from main event was praised by several WWE talents on Twitter. And the match was also praised among WWE officials, but the success of the match was credited to Cesaro, of course, because he carries all the matches. Come on! This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. We've been saying for the past month that he's been your workhorse, and you're stealing our things now.
I know.
Stop it! The feeling is that Cesaro made the match excellent, and that is why he was booked to face Randy on this week's main event. Regarding the promo, Cesaro cut on Monday Night's Raw after defeating Zack Ryder is almost the same promo he cut on last week's NXT taping after defeating Yoshitatsu. It appears WWE decided to do away with Cesaro's yelling gimmick. Thank God. I'm a very happy man.
I know.
Hopefully this is the right direction for Cesaro. He sees the light at the end of the tunnel. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see him in Money in the Bank.
Right.
How awesome would it be to see him in the Money in the Bank ladder match?
It would be. It would be more awesome to see him win it.
And out of all the
again, you have plenty of superstars you can put in this match to make it one of the greatest Money in the Bank matches of all time.
Definitely. Evan Bourne's gonna return.
Yeah, I don't care about Evan Bourne.
Evan Bourne.
I really don't.
He will be in action soon. That's another thing.
In action doing what?
Yeah, right.
That's
doing
the question.
What? And ESPN did their updated power rankings. Want to guess who number 1 is?
Ryback?
No.
Okay, who's number 1? I'm not going to play this guessing game with ESPN's shitty power rankings.
Dolph Ziggler.
The one who just
the one who just lost.
The one who just got beat down by
Yes.
Jack Swagger? Okay, because that makes sense.
10's John Cena, 9's Randy Orton, 8 is Sheamus, 7 is Swagger, 6 is Cesaro, 5 is Triple H. What did he do? Why isn't Brock Lesnar on this list?
Because Triple H cut an amazing promo, I guess.
4 is Ryback, 3 is The Shield, 2 Mark Henry, 1 Dolph Ziggler. Okay, ESPN's really killing me with these power rankings. But other than that, not much else to say. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll get to SmackDown on the next show. So we'll be right back.
See ya.
See ya.